I said, there's not a single one of those situations where I was doing the right thing. There's not a single one of those situations where I was thinking logically, otherwise I wouldn't have been there. It's just pure stupidity. And I think that, that's a part of it. It's like, Falk, go do X. Like, okay, time to go run. Time to go run the A-team. You know what I mean? Like, you just go do your shit because you're told to. But, God dang. Like I said, I talk about the risk gain assessments, and it was... I always say they're combat's divided into thirds. 1/3 of it's your training, 1/3 of it's your enemy's training, and the other third is pure luck. And so if your enemy is as trained as you are, you got even squares. It's just wherever luck falls that day. If you're better trained than him, then you got the advantage. You can mitigate some of the luck piece. Maybe we just got lucky, because we're talking about an international incident, like you talk about, like I'm all patting myself on the back here, like, I took a risk that was for a strategic win, but like I could have strategically lost it too.
And this gets back to, there was, a little bit of a controversy between Lieutenant Larson and Major Quinn about whether or not the Ramadi 2 techniques would have worked back in 04, but
well, 05...
It seems clear they wouldn't have worked in 05 or 06.
No, 05, no. I mean, you could have mitigated things, though. Like, I'm telling you, like, if we would have taken 17th Street, like, that's what changed it for 1-6. 1-6 was just in a bit of a goddamn pickle. You know what I mean? But they took more ground and cut things up a little bit, like cut at the heart of the enemy. Would you have taken a pounding? Yeah. I mean, look at what 1-6 was. The buildings are getting shot at every damn day. They were losing kids to snipers. Like, I don't know. It could have been mitigated. It wouldn't have been as peaceful. Maybe 04. The wave was there at 04. I think in 05, 06, like, you were holding on for the frickin' riptide.
Can you think of any specific dates and times with in Azazia?
I can remember. Can't remember what week it was. It was maybe week 8. I want to say it was week 8. I had the Iraqis were supposed to get paid, but the pay didn't come. And I had just got done doing some interview with CNN. One of the CNN reporters had just came by, and we'd walk through the souk, and I see the Iraqis all lined up, and we were stopping by Azazia, and the CNN reporter's there, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, we need to get the fuck out of here. And, like, that one's on CNN. We're in the hallway, and the CNN guy's interviewing the one commander, and you see a bunch of Iraqis. Well, they're there to protest. But, like, I had pulled the commander aside and was like, this is world news. How do you want your base to be seen? I will come back. Just don't do this right now. And that's when he's like, oh, stop. Y'all shut the fuck up. Talked to the CNN guy. We got him over there, did a report, and I came back. And the
that dialogue was with the...
Iraqi commander.
Okay.
The Iraqi commander. I was like, you don't want to do this. This is world news. Like, don't make yourself look bad. You might tell your boys to shut up until I get back. I'll come back. And I remember, like, that riot, they were in there like, we need to be paid, we need to do X, like, and they were getting on me, and I think it was all staged by the Iraqi commander, because he wanted him to get paid too.
Right.
And, like, he was having him talk to me, and then my deal was, why are you insulting your colonel? He's right here, talk to him. Why are you talking to me? I'm not in charge. He's in charge. And I remember thinking, like, God dang, one of the Iraqis said to one of the Americans on post at Azazia that day, he said, he goes, this is all good and well. He goes, but if I don't get paid next month, I'm going back to being an insurgent. I was like, man, are you kidding me?
So where did that dialogue take place?
At a post, Iraqi and American sitting there.
Yeah. And the date was about week 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, in my weekly assessments, it's covered in there.
Okay.
Are
there any other dates and times you can think of for?
I'll go to the exact opposite end of the scale. So one day, the Iraqis had won the Asian Cup, which was a huge deal. One day I got a call from Lieutenant Falk, like, I have the Asian Cup here. We're gonna throw a party. Would you like to show up? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, no, it's pretty badass, sir. Like, come on down. And so, we went down there and we're with the Asian Cup at a huge party. Doug, you were there. I mean, it was unreal. It was just like a party inside the United States.
Yeah, the actual trophy.
Yeah. Iraqis were touching it. We got a couple pictures with it.
And the date and time was that?
Man, that was week 21,
October,
somewhere in there.
Yeah,
it was
go
like
back and check my notes.
21, 22, something like that. Week for me, like week 20. Yeah, probably week 22, 23, somewhere in there.
But when we went down there, we brought like absolutely no security. I mean, you had security there, but it was
there.
to the Iraqis appeared like it was just the CO.
Yeah.
HM1.
Yeah, it made it look like it was just us, but the Iraqis were up, and then I had, which you didn't see, the 2 patrols on the outlining. Like I would roll up many times that were just looked like just me, but I had security satelliting. So I would roll in looking like it's just me, and nobody could see my Marines, but they were out there, you know, in the hinterlands.
You had a name for that. You called it like your secret
Well,
service.
the mentality for patrolling was what we called a secret service mentality. And the secret service mentality was, you know, you see a secret serviceman, and you know that guy's ready for a gunfight. You know what I mean? Like, there's no doubt in anyone's mind, he is ready for a bullet to go off at all times.
Right.
And he's got a weapon, but what's he doing with it? You know, he's not threatening anyone with it. But he's a threat. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody knows he's alert. That's what I wanted my rifleman to be. You're like a secret serviceman. You are calm, you're cool, collected, you don't have to point your weapon at anybody, but you're always looking for the fight. You're always looking for it, but don't threaten anybody. You're escorting the senator around, you're escorting the sheikh around, you know, you're escorting me around.
So it's basically guardian angels. Were these school trained scout snipers? Or
No, these were my guys.
0311s?
Yeah, 0311s, just making it happen.
M16A4,
Yeah.
ACOGs.
The one thing that I did not do, and I went out of order on this, and I'm jacked up, but talking about putting the dope on the weapon. And this was important because this covers into the Secret Service mentality. When I brought my Marines in for the first time, I had prepared a brief that basically, the very beginning of the brief has, you know, Marines at the top of it. And it has a circle. And they say there are 2 things that Marines have to do inside of combat operations. Like, this is just the way it works. There's mission accomplishment. That's one circle, right? And everybody understands mission accomplishment first. But there's another thing that we do in combat, and it's our own personal security. And sometimes the circles are, you know, aligned. Sometimes they're separate, you know. And the examples are a circle that is, like a way I would pull the circle apart and go for mission accomplishment over security is, you know, that order, go take that hill so the battalion can get through. Like, I'm sacrificing your personal security for mission accomplishment. The opposite of the spectrum is everybody get in the firm base because it's dangerous out there.
Right.
You know, let's be safe, but not accomplishing the mission. Right. And I say a good commander, like, pulls those together as tightly as he can and overlaps them.
Okay.
And I remember telling the Marines, you're going to feel out there when we execute this, and this is when they first stepped in the base, you're going to feel like I am putting you personally at risk, and I'm going to ask you to stand in the streets. You're going to feel like I'm sacrificing your personal security because I'm going to go sit there and talk to a sheikh for a couple hours while you have to stand guard.
Right.
But I promise you, I am pulling security and mission accomplishment right over the top of each other. Like, they're going to be conjoined because of the way we do this. You won't think they will, but you just have to believe in me and follow this concept. And so that's how I was talking about, like, you're going to feel like it's not going to be safe, but I'm making you safer because I'm making people love me, which they're going to make you safer. Then those 2 circles came over here, and then I pulled up 2 more circles, and it had Al-Qaeda or insurgent. And it had war in the middle.
Right.
And it said that, you know, war is a contest between wills. Okay, but this is an insurgency, so it's a little different. Like Al-Qaeda or whoever you want to put, they, you know, their main goal is to destroy the Iraqi government, and they'd like to kill Americans. You know, that's probably their 2 circles. We'll just keep it inside of there. You know what I mean? Like, that's where they're at. There's a contest between these guys to fight each other. And I put at the bottom, what is the one common factor that will give the other side the decisive advantage? And it was the people.
Right.